What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're going to talk about Web Warriors and how they're pretty much the most important faction for new players to be getting in Marvel Strike Force right now. In the game, you have several different modes. You have raids, you have war, you have blitz, you have real-time arena, all these different modes and content stuff, and you even have Dark Dimension. But out of all these modes, raid is the most important mode by far, especially for newer players, because there's a lot of gear orbs you get in there, a lot of like gear credits, and raids are just very, very important to get through. So ideally, you want to have a team that's built for the raid. And it was for the longest time, the best raid team was the BKT. And that was, that involved Thanos, Star-Lord, Rocket, and Minerva as like the 4 base characters for that team. And this allowed you to kind of just build up this this team that would go through the Ultimates raids without any problem. And that's still like a really good team to get through for the Ultimates raids. But now we've had the introduction of the Doom raids and how those are split into very specific factions. Like you have to have Bio, Mutant, Tech, Skill, and Mystic characters, and you have to have them all built up. And to help make the to help make the Doom raids a bit easier, we've been getting these certain factions introduced. Like for instance, Symbiotes was the first raid team that we got, and the Bio raid team, Symbiotes, they did okay, and then Doom 1.1 came out. They struggled big time on that. And then Doom 2.0, they do okay up to about 2.2, and then they really start to fall off. So that was your Bio raid team to go for a while, and then later on we got Astonishing X-Men with Jubilee, Beast, Bishop, Iceman, and Kitty Pryde, and those 5 mutants have been the go-to mutants to go for like any section of the Doom raid that requires mutants. You use Astonishing X-Men. You have Secret Avengers with Skill, and then you have the New Warriors with Mystic. We're still waiting on Tech nodes on Tech raid team. Maybe one day we'll get those, but now we have Web Warriors, and these guys are going to be your go-to raid team for Bio. They are miles ahead of Symbiotes, pun intended, and they're just really, really good. They are meant to be your meta Bio raid team. So that kind of leaves you in an awkward spot where if you've built up Symbiotes, you're kind of leaving Symbiotes off to the side now, like I am. Now I've got to build up Web Warriors, but also like of all the raid teams that we can get in the game right now for new players, like this is probably going to be the easiest to get for now outside of farming. Like you can't farm Web Warriors obviously, but we'll be getting events to release these characters, and this is definitely a team you cannot ignore as a new player because of how hard or impossible it is to farm up the other raid teams right now. This is a team that's going to get you through the Ultimates raids without any problem, and then once you're up to progressing through Doom raids, well, you've already got this team built up. By that point, you're going to be able to start farming up some of the other raid teams as well and get those going. So we're going to talk about all that in this video today. If you guys do find this video helpful, make sure that like button, share, and subscribe. We don't really need to go over the kits of the Web Warriors. We already know them. We've talked about them in other videos, but yeah, they're just going to be absolutely mental. And if you look at your characters right now, we have Spider-Man and Miles. They're both in the game right now, and they're relatively easy to get. Blitz or Blitz supplies for Spider-Man, and I believe Miles is also in Blitz supplies, and you can also farm him up here. So that's 2 characters you can get in the Blitz store. Blitz currency is relatively easy to get, so it's not a big deal. And see, I'm sitting at 150k right now. I may spend this on some characters that I gotta level up, but I don't think I have anybody to level up that. I don't even got Ravagers leveled up. But yeah, both Spider-Man and Miles are both here in the Blitz store. They're easy to get. And in terms of Spider-Gwen, she has a Rebel tag. We don't know. We're pretty sure that is going to be a campaign type event to unlock Spider-Gwen. So that's 3 of them built up right away. But also, what I want to talk about here is let's just take a look at some of the other teams here. So let's start by talking about Secret Avengers. Secret Avengers, you got Sharon, Maria, and Captain America Sam. 2 of those are store characters. Sharon's in the raid store, Maria's in the war store. But in order to farm Sam, you have to get into the Doom nodes. And as a new player, you're not getting there anytime soon. Like, you have to build up so many teams to be able to get to the Doom campaign that this is just going to be very difficult for you to do. So Secret Avengers, they're out as a new team for you to farm. What about Astonishing X-Men? Well, Jubilee is a legendary character. So Yeah, this is one that, like, just by being a legendary character, Jubilee is probably not going to be one you're going to get anytime soon. You have to farm up some characters to get her unlocked, and then you have to wait for her event to show up. So, Astonishing X-Men here, this one's gonna be a long wait for you to get. Also, I mean, Iceman's towards the end of the villain campaigns. That's gonna be a while. Beast is in a Nexus node, and Kitty Pryde's in Raid Store, and Bishop's in the War Store. But, you know, just by this requiring a legendary character, it's gonna be a little bit longer for you to get. New Warriors, you can't even farm half of them. You can get Deathpool out of Premium Orbs. That's not even farmable. I don't even know why I said that was farmable. Cloak and Dagger don't even have a place that you can farm them yet. So, you're not going to get those two unlocked anytime soon. So, that's 3 raid teams. Secret Avengers, Secret Avengers, New Warriors, and your Astonishing X-Men. All 3, you're really not going to be able to farm that easily as a new player. Symbiotes, well, they're not bad. I mean, they're okay, except the problem is they're all farmable, but one of them is also at the very end of the Doom nodes. Symbiote Spider-Man, and he is the key for your symbiote team. So if you can't get symbiotes, if you can't farm up Symbiote Spider-Man, there's no point in worrying about symbiotes because all of it revolves around this passive here. You got to have this passive, and also Carnage. But Carnage is part of the War Store. Anti-Venom is also in the War Store. Scream is through the Arena Store, which that's not too bad. That gives you a character to farm there. And then Venom is in a Nexus node. But the fact that you're not going to be getting Symbiote Spider-Man, and you really need him because that's how a lot of your healing is done, is through Symbiote Spider-Man, and you just have to have him for this team. You're going to be really struggling if you can't get Symbiote Spider-Man. So that's all 4 other raid teams that, as a new player, very, very difficult for you to get, if not downright impossible. So if these events upcoming with Web Warriors, you're gonna have to farm them. Like, you're gonna have to do them as a new player. And Web Warriors also should be noted. Web Warriors are gonna be city heroes. That's gonna help get you through quite a few nodes, especially towards here at the end of like the like, say for instance, these city hero nodes right here, Hero 7-2. You need to do Hero 7-2 so that you can get to the Doom campaign. And you can farm up some characters like Defenders. There were some buffs to some of the characters, like Daredevil got a buff, Iron Fist and Luke Cage both got a buff as well. And Luke Cage is a character you get at the start of the game along with Spider-Man. So you do get 2 city heroes there right away, which is not bad. But, I mean, okay. Ugh, sunlight was coming through, was throwing off the lighting. So, yeah, where were we? We're talking about city heroes. So, yeah, city heroes are very, very important for that. Not to mention, also, you'll be using them in a couple of the Doom node campaigns as well. I believe, right? I can't remember where they are exactly, but there is a section where, right here, Spider-Verse. So, Spider-Verse, that's going to get you a couple of campaign nodes for the Doom campaign, and I don't think there's any more here for them. No, there's not, but at least that will help you get through some nodes there. And there you go again, Chapter 4, Spider-Verse here. So yeah, you're gonna need them for that. And then also, additionally, Spider-Verse characters are used to unlock Shuri, which is like one of the better characters for the tech nodes right now because, well, the tech Doom raid is a pain in the butt and very, very difficult to farm. So there's quite a few uses just for these Web Warriors just early on. Just getting them, you'll get Shuri unlocked, which is not a problem, but also it gives you a raid team that you're going to use for a while. Like, I don't see them getting replaced anytime soon. You build them up now, you're going to have a team that you can use to easily get through the Ultimates raid. Then you have them built up and ready to go for the Doom raid eventually. That's going to be your go-to bio raid team. There's going to be 5 of them. So, you know, it's going to be fun to see. In terms of if you have to have all 5, we're gonna experiment on that. I'm gonna do some experimentation once they come out. I'm gonna see if maybe I can get away with using a combination of Symbiotes and Web Warriors. The problem is there's a lot of synergy tied to having all 5 Web Warriors, which I hate. Like, for instance, I believe Spider-Gwen's passive deals damage every time a Web Warrior is attacked, but you have to have all 4 other Web Warriors with her. But I am curious to see if maybe, like, Anti-Venom plus, like, Symbiote Spider-Man or Carnage or something. We're going to try something with the 4 Symbiotes here. We're going to ignore Venom because Venom's terrible. But the other 4 Symbiotes, I want to see if we can mix and match them with Web Warriors and see, like, if even at, like, tier 12, let's see how the Web Warriors do inside Doom 2.0. We're going to do some experimentation on it. We're going to see what we can figure out there. But yeah, as a newer player, Web Warriors is definitely going to be a team you're going to want to go for. So that's going to kind of wrap it up for me here, guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, anything you want to know about them, let me know down below. As always, if you guys have enjoyed this video or you found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.